from the cage with wasps. I'm pleased to show you my wasps, which are sitting here in the cage, so we can observe them carefully and we can talk about insects, about entomology, about wasps. Are you afraid of wasps? I think so, because we can sting, but today we are watching some wasps which are not stinging because they are sitting inside the cage. And I hope so we will not escape, we will not sting you and will not sting me. How did I collect them? We're sitting here in cage covered with lids, with glass lid, so we are not escaping. I'm trying to manipulate with light to make light better, to reduce reflection. I'm not sure what's going better, how to reduce reflection. Maybe this one will be better. So join us, join this stream, because this stream is devoted to entomology, insects, especially wasps and hornets. Wasps, the family Vespidae. We will be talking about dangerous wasps, not very dangerous. I can show you wasps on a close distance, like under microscope, and we will be talking about the differences. You can recognize here some males, some females. You can understand the differences. You can see some dangerous wasps. You can see some invasive species. Join my stream. This is channel Dr. Victor Fursov, Entomologist, Beekeeper teacher. We are talking today about wasps. I have been showing some wasps in a bottle in my previous stream just outside in a park. So I promised to show you some wasps in the cage. So this is a stream from the cage with wasps. And who are these wasps? They're called paper wasps. Paper wasps, because they are doing their wasp's net from the cellulose, like paper. So their nest is paper nest. Hello, Chloe, what is your country? Which country are you coming from? Okay, join us our stream. Today we will be showing you different wasps, living wasps in collection, and also wasp with parasitoid. For instance, this big one has a parasitoid with swollen abdomen, because you must be carefully watching for the body of wasps, and sometimes you can find very interesting parasitoid on the body, or to be precise, inside the body. Chloe didn't say us what is our country. Hello, Chloe, what is your home country? Yesterday, we had interesting conversation with our subscribers. Our viewers were from USA, Arizona, Alabama, Texas, and also from Australia, from Pakistan, from London, from Indonesia. So join our stream. You can watch us in different countries. Different countries you can watch it, because you have wasps in Asia, in Polarctic region, in Europe, in Australia, in Africa, beautiful big wasps, in South America, in North America, and in many parts of the world. Wasps are dangerous because they are biting, they are stinging, to be precise, because they have sting. What is the sting? Sting, this is very sharp part of the body on the top of abdomen, and this is previously changed ovipositor in Hymenoptera order. Hymenoptera using ovipositor to lay egg inside the substrate, inside the plant, inside substrate, inside the host, another insect, or in Hymenoptera aculeata, ovipositor changed into sting for self-protection. Self-protection is a very important part of the life of wasps, because majority of them were not parasitoids. Some of them were parasitic, but we are watching now Vespidae family, and they are predators. They are predators. Who are these wasps we are watching now? These are wasps of a genus POLISTES. POLISTES, so funny name, POLISTES. And just carefully observe these insects. Watch for their antennae. I found that some of them have yellow antennae, some of them have black antennae. I guess these can be two different species, but also some antennae is longer and completely yellowish. Some antennae is dark and shorter, and they belong to females. Longer antennae, this antennae of males, and I already checked it because I picked these wasps just by fingers. Where did I collect it? I collected it on fruits. I collected it under the pear tree. How did I collect it? In some places you can find wild pear tree in the city, and I am translating this video from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Kyiv is a huge city with population over 2 million people. But nevertheless, in some apartments, near some apartments, in some parks, we have nice flowers, we have nice trees, and some fruit trees. Near some buildings, some fruit trees have been planted, like apples, cherry, apricots, and now some pear trees. And these pear trees, we have fruits now, and you can see here some of the pear trees, they have some kind of damage, like a hole. What's going on with this hole? You have recognized that this is a normal pear tree, big pear tree, greenish, yellowish, but with the hole. Who did this hole in a pear tree? Right, wasps. They do it. They did it. And they were sitting inside and enjoying licking the juice of pear tree, because this pear tree is domesticated, big one, not a wild species. Wild species usually sour, but this is domesticated, very soft and very sweet. So that's why this hollow in pear fruit has been done by by many wasps. It has been done by wasps, because they are coming, they're chewing the hole, and they're feeding on juice. We are not bringing juice to inhabitants of their nest, because they are predators. They are hunting for insects and for spiders. They are hunting for invertebrates, but they use some juice from fruits, juice from trees, for their own feeding. And it's an important part of their behavior to feed on juice. So that's why we're cutting some pieces of fruits, and juice is very sweet for them. And now you're observing POLISTES genus. These wasps, they have long abdomen, elongated abdomen, very long legs, and another species here, this one, very quick. This is PARAVESPULA genus, another species. I can tell you just when it's coming. This one, small one in the center, with fat abdomen and very short abdomen. This is another genus, this one coming, from up to downstairs and flipping by wings. Now in the angle, coming because here in the angle this is a light, so we're attracted to the light, partially. So we have here two species. One is POLISTES species, and another one is this is PARAVESPULA species. I'm not quite sure about species name. Hello to London. Today was a very good day. Not very hot, not very cold. After yesterday's rain, but its heat is coming back. So I'm not sure what will be next week. Heat is coming back, and it's hot summer indeed. What we are doing here, we are sitting in a group. Some people said we are dying. No, we are not dying. We are just feeding on honey. We are feeding on honey juice, honey liquid on a piece of cotton. In Kyiv now, I guess 25 Celsius degree too, evening time. Daytime was more than 30. Daytime was pretty hot. I didn't have time to make video under the sunshine. It was too hot. So now I use artificial light, and I'm making direct translation from my kitchen. From my kitchen, where I have this cage with wasps. I put them to a refrigerator to calm them a little bit. Not to freezer, but to refrigerator. But we are still very active after refrigerator with plus 10 Celsius. We survive very easily. But very important to give them food, some liquid, sugary liquid or honey liquid. So that's why we are happy about it. I need to change position because they attracted too much to the light. You see some of them chewing cotton, licking the honey. I do not give them next piece of cotton because it will be too wet inside, and water is evaporating and it will be condensed on the lid. So when I are trying to escape, but their mandibles are strong enough, but they are not strong enough to cut the plastic. You can easily find the nest of this wasp somewhere under the roof, in some hidden places like garage, balcony, roof of a house. I have seen it on a balcony too. For some people they are irritating because they are wasps. And people are afraid of wasps, afraid of stings, because some people are allergic because of stings of wasps. If you are stung, it's not pleasant. But to be precise, I collected them by fingers, to be honest. And you may be surprised, was it painful or not? Yes, it was a little bit painful. I collected by fingers and with a bottle. Why by fingers? Because it's more quickly to catch them. With fingers, female workers can bite, can sting a little bit, but I am more or less resistant, and it was not so painfully. Pain lasted just 15 minutes. It was a little bit painful, but for 15 or 30 minutes, not more. And some individuals with yellow antennae, they were not females, but they were males. Oh, right. On the right side is coming one with parasitoid inside the abdomen. Abdomen is swollen. Right. I was looking for some specimens with parasite inside. So you can see on POLISTES very easily, if you collect it this in the right angle on the top. Abdomen is swollen. This one the right angle, this individual has a parasite inside the abdomen. This is small larva of parasite which is living inside the abdomen. How it's recognized? Because abdomen is not so slender but slightly wider, and the head of parasite is visible. Parasite is like tiny worm, tiny white worm, which is feeding on organs of POLISTES wasp. But you can easily rear this wasp, because despite wasps can be making grooming, we are not grooming this type of parasite. This on the top. This is a parasitized specimen on the top. I cannot make much more magnification, only smaller. This one on the top has a parasite. All of them were just trying to catch some sugar or honey. I'm trying to make balance of my telephone. Their size is 15 millimeters. And if you are not believe me that I can take them by fingers, I can show you how you can do it after a few minutes. Because I got one individual just outside in another cage, and I can show you how you can handle it with fingers. So you can believe how I can do it easily with my fingers, and that I am not afraid of this tiny, very funny POLISTES. I'm slightly afraid tiny PARAVESPULA, because they are very aggressive and they're biting unpleasantly several times in the left up angle, this one, with fat abdomen on the left, in the left part. This one, this is PARAVESPULA. You can recognize this is another species. This is not POLISTES. This is PARAVESPULA germanica or PARAVESPULA vulgaris. You see the difference. This individual is smaller, with a black antenna. This is worker, which can sting easily and very active. Smaller than POLISTES, but more painfully stinging, because can sting several times and can easily escape. So I didn't try to catch it with fingers. I collected it with bottle, and I put it here just for comparison, to show you a difference between PARAVESPULA and big POLISTES. POLISTES are happy here, grooming, happily feeding honey, or sugary water as well. And as I said again, POLISTES are not aggressive, they try to escape usually. We need to clean body, obviously, this is very important. Clean antenna. And some individuals here are males. I guess males are smaller specimens, and they have no sting. They have small male genitalia with two-piece horns like two stings, but we're not penetrating fingers. But tiny PARAVESPULA is tiny, but can sting very painfully. So this one is not stinging. This is probably male, smaller one. This is male. And this is PARAVESPULA with short abdomen. POLISTES has a long, slender abdomen, and this one has a very short abdomen and black antenna. So I'm not sure how many of them sitting here inside the cage. Over 20. Over 20 individuals are sitting here inside the cage. We are trying to escape here because we are directed to the light. We are running, and these are happily feeding on honey. What are your countries, my viewers? What is your home country? What country are you watching us? We have visitors from Britain, from United Kingdom, from London, and some more can write message in chat, because this is kind of a feedback. If you are just afraid of wasps, write I'm afraid of wasps. If you are just curious about wasps, write I'm curious because they have a very funny behavior. For instance, I have my friend from France who sent me some dead dry individuals of a Vespa velutina from France. He is curious about wasps. He has his personal job. He is not a biologist, but he's very curious about Vespidae wasps, especially about Vespa velutina. He's saying that she's opportunistic, she's very clever, unfortunately very aggressive. And after this video I show you how Vespa velutina small Asian hornet looks like. Don't worry about it. I keep them in special cage. Dead, not alive. Vespa velutina small Asian hornet. This is special gift for viewers who knows that hornets are dangerous. European hornets are slightly dangerous, I would say. Vespa crabra, Latin name of European hornet. Giant Asian hornet, Vespa mandarina, and very dangerous, aggressive, and dangerous for honeybees. Hornet, this is small Asian hornet, which is now occupied many countries of Europe as invasive, dangerous species, which is hunting on honeybees. These tiny POLISTES, they are not hunting on honeybees. They are hunting on caterpillars, on larvae of insects, on tiny grasshoppers, on flies, on butterflies, even sometimes on dragonflies. We are not hunting on honeybees. Don't worry about them. Even here, PARAVESPULA not hunting on honeybee because honeybee is big enough. Only European hornets sometimes can invade the hives of Europe, of Vespa, of Apis mellifera. But their diet is not completely contains honeybees. European hornet is natural predator of different insects, and wasps like this one are considered to be beneficial. Why beneficial? Because they are controlling population of different phytophagous insects, like caterpillars, like beetles, like grasshoppers, flies, and so on. So they are not pests. They can be pests in human being view because they are irritating insects. They can irritate you, or at least they can bite you if you are not cautious. What is your home country, followers? You are not writing about your home country. Now this is a moment to show you wasp in my fingers. How to show you. For beginning, I show you just dead wasps. So you see here, this small one, this is PARAVESPULA. In the center, short one. Sorry. I try to escape from. Buzzing because this is PARAVESPULA trying to escape. This dead one, this is POLISTES, and again small PARAVESPULA. And as I promised you to show you PARAVESPULA in my fingers, yes, for sure. You see, this is not a male. I already have been stung a little bit with this tiny wasp. And this is POLISTES. It's a little bit painful, but I hope so it's only for 15 minutes. And this one has a sting. I can show you how it looks like. One POLISTES escaped. Escaped flying around my light. Because I just changed the lid. Here we see here two individuals, two small PARAVESPULA down there, and two small and two big one POLISTES. So you can recognize the difference. This is POLISTES. All of them belong to family Vespidae with this shape of wings. But this is PARAVESPULA germanica, small one, and this is POLISTES. POLISTES, I am not sure about species name because many species, probably more than 10, inhabit in Ukraine. Most important to look on stripes of an abdomen to identify species name. So this is POLISTES. And tiny PARAVESPULA. Alright, POLISTES trying to show the sting. PARAVESPULA is also trying to show the sting. At least this unfortunately died. So for experiment I can show you them at close distance. For identification important to see picture on abdomen, picture on thorax, picture and stripes on head. Color of antenna you see different. So up where this is POLISTES species, and down there this is paper wasp or genus PARAVESPULA. We're still here, and I can show you another individual because in my fingers, because one just escaped after my manipulations in fingers. Next one is coming to you, to your view. You see here POLISTES, which is trying to bite me, but I'm not quite sure. Probably this is a male with yellow antennae. I can try to make bigger magnification. Yellow antenna, slender abdomen. What about sting? Wasp doesn't show the sting. Maybe this is a male. I can check. No, this is not a male. Wait a minute. But you see, even in my fingers, wasp is trying to sting me, but not very aggressively. It doesn't move the abdomen very actively, so I can survive. Because this is tiny POLISTES. Sorry for experiment, but this is experiment to show you that POLISTES is not very much aggressive. This tiny wasp with slender abdomen. Okay, good baby. I can put it back. Probably this was a male. Oh, here we have a big group of happy wasps. So they're enjoying honey. They're enjoying honey. What was our friend was writing here? Steven, what is your home country? It's legitimately terrifying. Well, it's terrifying, but not too much because I know behavior. If you don't know behavior, do not touch wasps. If you do have some allergy, do not touch wasps. My friend from London is writing, I notice you holding it with your fingers the first time. There is no need to demonstrate it again. Well, this is for clever people who can understand that this is not dangerous if you know behavior of wasps. If you know behavior, which wasp you can touch and which wasp you do not need to touch. And if you are a woman or girl, you have very soft fingers, maybe you can be stung painfully. My fingers are more or less resistant, despite the fingers of entomologists, but not the redneck. But if you are redneck, it's completely not dangerous. Fingers on a palm of a redneck can be very, very strong and resistant and well protected. Skin can be very tough. But of course, this is not fun. This is just to show you the difference between different wasps. That POLISTES are not very dangerous, but small one, which I showed you before, small one like this one, tiny small one with fat abdomen, they're very cute, but very, very quick. Removing the abdomen very quickly and can sting very quickly. Last season I observed the nest of this small paper wasp near my institute. Every evening when I came from the institute back home, I was observing for them under the tree. And they were running around, and I even tried to collect them sometimes with a bottle for observations. And I caught some videos near the nest. But if you don't know behavior of wasps, are they aggressive or not, do not go closely to the nest. Our friend is writing The thought of holding wasps with my fingers would never cross my mind. That's a very funny idea. Yes, for sure. Only for very tiny wasps. Probably I can try to do it with, for instance, with stingless bees. But we don't have stingless bees in Ukraine. But I dream to have stingless bees from India, maybe from South America or Indonesia for my collection. Maybe someone who is watching us from Indonesia or from India can observe stingless bees outside your apartment. Stingless bees are quite interesting to take their photographs, to talk about them, and to show them in the collection. Unfortunately, we didn't have expedition to Indonesia and to Australia now yet. Only my colleagues in the Department of Entomophagous Insects and Ecological Principles of Biological Control had expeditions to Europe, America, and also a very long expedition to Africa. Our chief of department did very difficult expedition to Africa, but it's not possible now probably because of many changes of the situation in Ukraine and in Africa as well. But collection this is important part of our study of insects. That's why entomologists, they're not observing insects under the microscope. They're also collecting insects in the nature to put them to the collection for decades, maybe for hundreds of years. For instance, day before yesterday, I took some photographs of individuals which are over 100 years old, 1917, collected somewhere in Tajikistan. I took photographs of some type material which was described in 1986, but collected in 1917, over 100 years ago. That's why collection, this is inevitable part of our study of entomologists. But of course, our present equipment with video and photo catching became so accessible, so it's a great pleasure to show you them just online, not recording, not uploading slowly like it was 20 years ago. I needed to record and upload it and count the megabytes. Every megabyte is for money. Now this is Wi-Fi connection. Fortunately, we have just electricity for today night, because I'm showing this video you from Ukraine, the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv. And some days ago we had problems with electricity because of some power station had been destroyed by our bloody aggressor, enemy of Ukraine, our bloody neighbors. So in about 3 weeks we had problems with electricity. We had blackouts for 4 hours every day, 4 times every day during the day. Now we have electricity, so I'm catching this opportunity to catch video of insects under the high magnification to show you them under the zoom, because if you are afraid of wasps, maybe you will not afraid them just on screen, because they are not stinging you on screen. You must be careful with them with fruits, as I showed you before, fruit of pear. Be careful about it, because sometimes they are coming to the hollow inside germinated fruit, and if you are biting the fruit, wasp can be inside the fruit, and it can be very painfully, very allergetic, because you can be stung in the throat, you can be stung in your mouth, in your head, and it can be very painful and even dangerous for your health. Some people are dying because they can be stung in the throat and can lost their breathing ability. So be careful with summer fruits. That's very important. Do somebody watching us from India? Do somebody watching us from Philippines? Once we had visitor from Philippines. Write in comments Do you have wasps near your apartment, near your house? Are they aggressive? Are they big one or not? Because these tiny POLISTES, they are not big one. They're about 15 millimeters size. They're sitting here together and they're calm because they're feeding on honey. I am lightening them with artificial light. So they're trying to escape, but I closed the cage with a last lid to prevent their escape. So that's why we cannot cut plastic, we cannot cut the cover. But we are sitting here carefully to show you their peculiarities. You see, these individuals, they have a yellow antenna, central specimen, like to groom carefully, grooming, cleaning the body. This is essential part of wasps and Hymenoptera, wasps and bees, because on abdomen, not on abdomen, on antenna, wasps, they have chemoreceptor organs for communication and for recognizing the territory, for recognizing the space. That's why they must be cleaning very carefully, and wings must be cleaned very carefully. Yes, right, my friend. I mentioned about fruits. Be careful about it, because in summertime it's very important to be careful with melon, with watermelon, and with juicy fruits in orchard, because sometimes wasps can come inside the fruit. So cut it carefully and look around, look inside, and look also inside the bottle, especially bottle with sweet water or with juice, because sometimes wasps, they can come to the plastic bottle, and if you are drinking juice or sweet water, you can be stung just by case. Occasionally, it can be very dangerous, but to bite a piece of melon with wasp, it's also not very pleasant, by the way. I never had this accident, but you know, this is very difficult accident. I have also some small PARAVESPULA inside the refrigerator. Oh, you see here, this is on the top of a screen. This is one individual of PARAVESPULA with fat abdomen, and this is a smaller size. In the central part, this is second species with black antenna. Coconut water. This kind of a coconut water, this is kind of a British Coca-Cola, I guess so. Very nice indeed. So, maybe it's time to show you some big hornets, but in collection. I need to clean a little bit space to remove my wasps around the screen, and I can show you also. This is POLISTES and few individuals of paper wasp of PARAVESPULA. Mostly here POLISTES. And now the cage with. Alright, I can put it on. The cage with Vespa coming. And this is small Asian hornet. You have recognized that size is bigger, twice bigger, at least, even 3 times more bigger. 3 times, I guess so. And these are invasive species which came from China, as usual, you know. Everything strange is coming from China, as my friend's saying. Everything is coming from China, and this one came also from China to France, to Marseille, to port of Marseille, to the south, France, and now it's stinging with this huge sting. Stinging some people, and stinging honeybees, destroying honeybees. And this is Vespa velutina nigrothorax, Latin name, small Asian hornet, invasive species which is dangerous in Europe and also was recorded last season in American state Georgia. 2 big nests have been found and eradicated in autumn time, but nobody knows how many queens escaped and made new colonies in this season. Maybe we'll have some messages, some records in this season as well, because my American followers wrote me about this record last season and said was very strange. The 2 species of hornets came to United States. One species, this one, Vespa velutina, and one species, Vespa mandarina. I have Vespa mandarina in my collection too, but I have it not here in my laboratory because I'm now translating you from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, and this is translation from my kitchen. Aggressive, invasive hornets, made in China, right, made in China, but collected to be precise, in France. You see, sting is big one, smaller than European hornet. The size of hornet is smaller, but more aggressive than European hornet. European hornet is a baby, by the way, and baby for honeybees, not hunting for honeybees. Only European hornet is trying to steal the honey. Oh, right. Sorry for break. Some of my POLISTES escaped, and I need to put them back. One escaped somewhere. I need to show you how I put it back. Yeah, stinging a little bit. Right, I put it back. One is just running somewhere, not buzzing, hiding somewhere, I'm not sure. Right here in the box. Just I catch one tiny escaper and can take it back. Yes, I have another escaper because you know I have here a glass lid and it's really. So this one I keep with this one, and this one is trying to bite me and can try to sting me. Yes, this you can see. Despite it's very active, not stinging me too much. So far so good. With my fingers. Yes, I put it back. Now everything is all right. We're sitting inside, not flying around my kitchen. And this is POLISTES, paper wasp, and some huge small Asian hornets coming back. Yes. Have you ever seen small Asian hornet if you are in Europe? If you are in France, people would say, we know them because they are flying everywhere. During 10 years, approximately, they occupied the whole France, whole territory of France. Now they are dangerous pests of beekeeping in France. And beekeepers are very innovative. They are making kind of traps, how to catch them, how to avoid them, how to make a mesh to avoid them coming inside the hive. But they are flying around hives, and they are catching honeybees just near the hives. Then making piece of meat and bringing piece of honeybee, usually with the thorax, to the nest for feeding their larvae. Because they are so aggressive and so dangerous. Alright, one subscriber is asking, I was forgotten what I was trying to catch in the night in the park. In the park I was catching scarab beetles, June beetle, Scarabeidae family. I collected June beetles, but now they are not flying. And also I was collecting at night time Rhinoceros beetles. But in this season I found only maybe 3 individuals of Rhinoceros beetles, not so many, maybe 2 females and 1 male, because it was very hot June and hot July as well. But in June, near cut trees, I found 2 individuals, 2 females. They were escaping from the cut tree. They were hibernating under the tree. And before the dawn, after the sunset, they're coming out of the underground, so it was quite easy to find them on asphalt on the road near the cut tree. Rhinoceros beetles. But one season, maybe 5 years ago, these rhinoceros beetles were everywhere around, even they were destroyed by some cars. There was many car accidents on the road, on pedestrian road, and car roads. Some rhinoceros beetles were smashed evening time, but not in this season. So beetles are not flying anymore. I found actually some drones of honeybees near my apartment, just on asphalt road. So I'm suggesting that maybe in diameter about a couple kilometers nearby there are some private houses with private beehives. I have not seen them myself, but I guess some people are very devoted to keep honeybees even in the city. I do not like such devotion to keep honeybees in the city because honeybees are still dangerous for some people. Some people are allergic, and honeybees they have behavior of swarming. If they escape, they can make a kind of swarm, and swarm is flying somewhere, and people can be stung. But this dangerous small Asian hornet is very common now in France. In North Italy, it came to Greece, even it was recorded in Romania. One unconfirmed record. So it's considered that sooner or later it coming to Poland, to will come to Ukraine and neighboring countries. So it's predicted in some scientific papers because of changed climate and because of a very fast distribution by flight and by human being activity, unfortunately. So it will be a really great problem for beekeeping industry in Germany, in Poland, and in Ukraine and other neighboring countries. So if you can find something like this wasp in your beekeeping farm, in your apiary, write under this video in comments. We can discuss or take a photo, send a photo for identification, or you can send specimen for identification. Мы здесь наблюдаем инвазивный вид шершня, малый азиатский шершень, который попал в Европу, возможно, скорее всего, из Юго-Восточной Азии, из Китая, попал в Южную Францию и распространился за 10 лет по всей Франции, достиг ближайших стран, Испании, даже Португалии, достиг севера Италии, появился затем на Британских островах, в Бельгии и был найден даже уже в Германии, во Франкфурте. В научных статьях прогнозируется в связи с потеплением климата и быстрым распространением этого шершня просто полетом 90 км в час, не в час, а в год. Он появится также и в Польше, в Украине в ближайшие годы, вне зависимости от нашего желания, потому что популяция уже во Франции достаточно устойчивая, большая, и самки этого шершня по весне разлетаются и осенью разлетаются, осенью в поисках мест зимовки, а весной в поисках мест образования новых гнезд. Поэтому, если вы заметите подозрительного шершня черного цвета, который по латыни называется Vespa velutina nigratorix, черногрудый, видим, что он черное брюшко и черные ноги, тоненькие желтые полосы, это, возможно, может быть малый азиатский шершень в вашем регионе. Сделайте фотографию, соберите экземпляр, можете прислать нам в институт для исследований, для подтверждения определения. Это может быть действительно малоазиатский шершень, который попадет на вашу сельскую местность или даже в город, просто с хозяйственной активностью, с деятельностью человека, с грузами, с транспортом, с автотранспортом, с железнодорожным транспортом. И можно будет тогда сказать, что появилось новое место обитания. Шершень уже опасный инвазивный вид на нашей территории. Пока что его можно включить в список карантинных вредителей. В случае появления строгий карантин и уничтожение его гнезд. Так что обратите внимание, как он выглядит, и соберите подозрительные экземпляры, засушите или бросьте в спирт. Можете прислать нам в Институт зоологии для научного исследования, для подтверждения, что это за вид. Не путайте с европейским шершнем, с обычным, который рыже-коричневый и в большей степени желтый, нежели черный. Давайте сигнал, фотографируйте и присылайте экземпляры к нам в Киев, в Институт зоологии Национальной академии наук Украины в Киеве. А сегодня мы смотрели шершней, малого азиатского шершня. Видели, какой он большой, крупный, опасный и агрессивный вредитель не сельского хозяйства, а вредитель пчеловодного хозяйства. Пчел, потому что он охотится на шершней. А здесь мы наблюдаем маленьких, крошечных, тоненьких, не шершней, а бумажных ос того же семейства Веспида из рода POLISTES. Можете написать, откуда из какого города вы нас смотрите. если вы в Украине. Привет Одессе, привет Николаеву, привет Харькову, привет Запорожье, привет Днепро, привет Kyiv. This is translation from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. And we are watching now males and females of paper wasps of a family Vespidae, genus PARAVESPULA. One wasp escaped, flying around. Now we have a good question about parasite of wasps. Yes, we have seen here one individual which is parasitized here. At least one individual has a swollen abdomen. And who is this? This is a small parasite which is sitting inside the abdomen of wasp, especially in the abdomen of POLISTES. Last season I collected few individuals for collection, and this is special order, Strepsiptera. It looks like a small worm of whitish or yellowish color, and this tiny worm on larval stage sitting inside between pterygoids of the abdomen, and only with small pieces extended outside the abdomen. And this is Strepsiptera. Order, genus, usually well known, Xenox, like Queen Vixena, so the genus name Xenox of order Strepsiptera. It's also found in some other Vespidae wasps, like it was collected and shown in some video for giant Asian hornet, very big larvae inside the abdomen of Vespa mandarina. But the size of this parasite in POLISTES, not very big. Parasite about 5 mm size. But very curious, very cute, and very funny shape of interesting, very long, very rounded wings. Very interesting. I can take some photographs meanwhile and can show you in collection. It's quite difficult to find them. in the nature, but it's possible to rear them from adults of wasps. And I did some video with process of emergence of this funny Strepsiptera. Once I was observing for a few individuals collected in August, September, and one day I found one just dead Strepsiptera individual, and one day I found how adult of Strepsiptera just hatched from living adult of POLISTES wasp. It was very funny. I was keeping wasp in my fingers, I was keeping my camera in another hand and was recording it under big magnification just near a window. And adult just hatched successfully just from abdomen of POLISTES wasp. It was a very funny moment. It was very interesting. It is somewhere just on my channel. I can find it, can repeat it again, because this was a really unique moment. Very interesting for observation. So far, you can be careful about individuals collected in autumn time. Some of these POLISTES can be parasitized by Strepsiptera parasites, genus Xenox, with first letter X. We have visitors from England, from USA, and some people are very much hesitating to write what is your home country. Oh, you see on the top, this is a male. Male is trying to mate. You see, this is really male. Male is trying to mate. And you can recognize this is not a stinging. We are not stinging each other. This is a male which is trying to mate with a female. Because probably some queens emerged as well. It's August time, so possibly some queens emerged. But on the left side, this is a male which is trying to copulate with queen. And they look like with similar colors, similar yellow stripes. And that's an interesting moment as well. Because I observed it, I was suspicious. Is I'm right? Yes. And you can see here, this is a male genitalia on the top of abdomen. It looks like with two small horns. On the top of screen you can observe male which is trying to copulate with female of POLISTES wasp. So what we are observing now, we are observing POLISTES paper wasps which are feeding on honey, on piece of cotton, and also just on the top of screen we are observing two individuals which are mating or trying to mate. One male which is trying to mate with female, with queen. Male has usually very bright, yellow bright antennae. And female has a part of antennae. Very similar coloration of antennae. Yes, this is very important process to exchange by pheromones, to communication with antennae. Male and female, they're just cleaning the antennae. Maybe mating was successful. So now we are communicating. And probably we will split. Yes, this is a, yes, and we split it. On the right side this is a female, and left side this was a male. Male has no sting and very helpless. This is a male. Big one on the screen. Reduce magnification. Thank you for your interest and curiosity. I hope it was funny to watch for this mess of just crowding wasps, which are trying to escape, which are trying to feed on honey on this piece of paper. They are well fed. I have good enough space. One individual I found here has a parasite, which is interesting for following observation. I have another one or two individuals here of another genus, which is more aggressive. Thank you for having fun with me in this cage with wasps. Alright, in the center this is parasitized individual with swollen, with not slender abdomen. This is parasitized specimen. All individuals has usually very slender. This big one in the center has swollen abdomen. We can just wait. If she turn around, you can watch what's going on inside his abdomen. All others, we have normal abdomen. This only one with parasite inside, and it's visible because of something like a small horn, something extended from the underpterygoid between pterygoids. This is individual on the left side. No, wasp is too busy with feeding on honey. Let's moving now. All of them busy with honey. Now we see two species, small PARAVESPULA and big POLISTES. This is PARAVESPULA on the top. We see a smaller one. These are not hornets, these are paper wasps of genus POLISTES and genus PARAVESPULA. They are less aggressive than hornets, much less aggressive than hornets. They are much smaller than hornets. We already observed hornets in another jar. What is your home country, YouTuber 88? If you're afraid of wasps. Nobody are not writing now what is their home country. People не пишут, из какой вы страны, из какого города. Все стесняются. Трохи стесняются. Привет Одессе, привет Миколаеву, привет Запоріжжя, привет Дніпро, привет Харків, привет Львів, привет Kyiv. We are translating from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, and this is a cage with paper wasps POLISTES. Thank you for your curiosity and interest. I hope it was surprising. Thank you for following us and for your attention. And don't forget, stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, help Ukraine. And Ukraine will resist, Ukraine will win. And we will show you more videos about entomology, about insects. Have a safe day. Thank you. Have your curiosity and continue to be interested in nature and save our environment. And Ukraine will win. Thank you for coming. Good luck. See you soon on my channel. Bye bye.